vesicle. It also has mainly for it has only two. It doesn't have the exact description like we have been having in the spinal cord. So the basal plates of the mesencephalon always has only two groups of cells. We have the medial one, which is the somatic, and it's going to give rise to the nuclei of oculomotor nerve, and then nuclei of abducens, of trochlear nerve, which is the cranial nerve 4. Then the lateral one is going to form for us the nucleus of Edinger-Westphal, which is like the parasympathetic nuclei of the oculomotor nerve. Then on the dorsal side, where we're supposed to have the halar plate, we always have a longitudinal strip of cells on the dorsal side. This longitudinal group of cells are going to develop a furrow or fissure, which is split it one into the superior and one posterior. But in that developing fetus, since the fetus is always a bit in a longitudinal direction, we talk of it in terms of anterior and posterior. The anterior, which is the future superior, will form for us what we call the superior colliculi. The colliculus is a part of, I think, integration in the visual pathway. The one below, or the posterior, will form for us the inferior colliculus, which is part of the auditory pathway. So, the cavity of the mesencephalon is always small in size, and it forms what we call cerebro-aqueduct of Sylvius, which is the upper continuation of the lumen or cavity of the hindbrain, that is the rhombencephalon, which is the fourth ventricle. So, on the ventral side of the mesencephalon, we have also aggregation of other neuroblast cells, which are going to form the red nuclei of the midbrain. Then also we have some group of cells that will aggregate and extend ventrally to form for us, and their fibers will extend ventrally to form for us the crus cerebri. The crus cerebri is part of the midbrain, which will also form a path for passage of structures or fibers from the upper centers of the brain to the lower centers of the brain and down to the spinal cord. It's on the ventral side.